Sausages. Daddy, would you like some sausages?
Hello, welcome to the podcast. This is Not For Radio. We are your hosts, Duncan Hyde, Jay Reeve. This podcast will contain some swearing. Thank you to the Sniper Elite, which are the ones that pay, well, I don't know what it is, less than $1 a month for all the extra episodes. There's a couple of hundred that you can dive into, get it ad-free as well, and you get some fucking prizes.
Feeding the backs, we've got some special guests in the beginning of this. Well, you're touching them up there. I saw that little hand slide back over, a little fucking cheeky hand shandy on the casting couch at the back here and Not For Radio.
See nothing.
Special K, what is it in Tasmanian dollars a month?
Well, I fucking couldn't tell you.
Doesn't matter.
Oh, it just comes out of the bank.
Exactly.
There you go. Perfect.
Exactly. But that's the best way to support us. Click on the link in the show notes. Go through Supporting Cast. We'll send you to the Rover Plus website or whatever it is. And then, if you can, listen on Spotify. Golden.
So Brad Thornbooks, he's an idol of ours. We had a great chat with him. If you haven't had a listen to that, it's worth going back and having a hoon on that. Greg Dyer, Nathan Earsman, Matthew Byrne, and Liam McSweeney.
You beauty. Well done.
Congratulations. We'll flick those out to you.
Oh, I got confirmation yesterday from Knuckles as well that the Not For Radio hats are on the way, and there is a bigger order than last time.
Yes. If you missed out, unfortunately, you will have to get in early this time.
I've basically worn mine that much that I needed new ones.
Yeah. I had to put mine through the fucking dishwasher because I was sweated up.
Does that work?
Yeah.
Does it?
Yeah.
What do you think I recently done to this?
Really?
Fucked.
It looks fucking brand new.
It does.
A lot of hats will say on the tag to wash them in the dishwasher.
Oh, shit.
Does it say it on that one?
I saw as well, you can get...
Dishwasher safe.
Oh, are you kidding me?
It does. Have a fucking look.
Do you know Nux from Country Trucker
he
Cabs
is
does the fucking
he's
best
elite.
job. Amazing.
Dishwasher
There's
safe.
fuck all else on that label, and that's like one of the 5 lines. Amazing. You can go... We should sell them.
Holy shit.
On AliExpress.
You got the super size, you got the Chernobyl size
Yeah, and
bonds
look
as
at
well.
the fucking how many clips I'm in.
Oh, Jesus Christ. You're like a
We
fucking
should have
buffalo.
a head measurer.
Thanks, mate.
The on AliExpress you can get. I've seen it, but I've never washed a hat in the dishwasher. But
Yeah.
you can get like a plastic mold that you put your hat over, so it remolds it when you're doing the dishwasher thing.
Oh, nice.
But now that I know it works, so we can make a purchase. Big old Poddy today. We're fucking pretty international.
Yeah, it is international. Obviously, we've got our special guests all the way from Tasmania, Aaliyah and K Aaliyah, with his massive bonds. We have also got some guests from Texas. We've got some guests from the South Island, war stories out of Tasmania. A bloke who, well, Dunc raises an interesting question. Do you need stitches on your nutsack if you're paralysed from the waist down?
Yeah, like could you have like a leg operation without any anaesthetic? Maybe that person that's in the war story can message us back.
Yeah.
And the final war story we've nicknamed Pooper Mario, which I think is fucking outstanding work from Benny Boy. Because it is a beauty.
Yeah,
But
from one of our very good friends and a fucking weapon from Between Two Flogs.
yeah, so quite a long
The Two
episode
Flogs
today.
podcast, so.
Quite a long episode today, but fucking outstanding stuff in there. Enjoy it, and we'll see you on the other side.
Attention snipers, gear up and hold your positions. It's time to load up some war stories, your tales from the front line, brought to life. Prepare to fire.
This is a Tasmanian special. This is quickly turning
We're
into a
going all over the globe on this episode.
It is. It's Mr. Worldwide. You're the bald part of it. I'm the sunglasses. This one here is from Rowan Bowles in Tasmania.
Oh, yeah. Makes sense.
Rowan Bowles from Tasmania. G'day, fellas. Here's one for the doing yourself a mischief file. I've been in a wheelchair with a Oh, fuck you, poor bastard. I've been in a wheelchair with a spinal cord injury for about 24 years. And let me tell you, after 2 decades, you'd think I've mastered the fine art of transferring from A to B without turning my tackle into a crime scene. But nope. About 12 years in, I'm transferring from my wheelchair onto the bed when the chair decides to do a runner. It slips, opens up a perfect little trapdoor, and I fall straight through like a fucking sack of potatoes in boxer shorts. On the way down, I managed to hook the old nutsack on the wheelchair brake. As I'm sitting on the floor trying to pretend this is all fine, I look down and see my scrotum split open like a fucking punctured poached egg. And one of the twins is just out. Like proper fucking out. Full view. That's not good. So off to emergency we go. I'm doing my best not to chuck a whitey and the register. The register strolls in as one look and goes, well, this is a first for me. I reply, yeah, mate, it's a fucking first for me too. 7 stitches later, date night with a girlfriend was officially cancelled. Bit of a mood killer when one testicle has recently been outside its natural habitat. That was the first time.
The first time?
Fast forward 3 years, I'm 1 day into a 14-day bender cruise to New Zealand from Sydney. I'm transferring from the wheelchair onto the toilet. Easy, right? Well, no, wrong. I land at a weird angle, clip the porcelain, and fucking bam. Open sesame, the sack splits again. One of the testes is hanging right out this time. This time, though, I'm not even shocked. I just casually tuck them back in. Get a reasonable amount of toilet paper for the interim coverage to manage the blood loss and wheel down to see the onboard doctor. He takes one look and says, wow, I've never seen this before. This is a first for me. I tell him, yeah, well, mate, it's not my fucking first rodeo. Grab your needle and thread and let's get sewing. There we are, in a rolling swell with a room swinging side to side like a drunken pirate ship with a doctor nervously stitching my crown jewels back into their pouch. 6 stitches, honestly, 10 out of 10 entertainment value. And I'm proud to announce I haven't seen either of my testicles out of their casing for over a decade now. These days, the scarring on my sack looks busier than a Sydney road map. Kind regards, Rowan Bowles. Fucking great yarn.
First thing.
Yes.
Do they bother with anaesthetic?
Well, what are you fucking injecting it into? It's just the
Not
skin.
more than the fact that he's got a broken back and he's in a wheelchair.
Oh,
Just chuck it in anyway, surely. It didn't cost that much.
Well, yeah. I never even thought of that.
How long can a human testicle stretch
It's quite long.
outside of the scrotum? This
It's
is
a-
my second thing. Back to business.
It's about a foot, I reckon.
Fuck, that's too long. Well, Duncan, I wasn't expecting that at 10 a.m.
Is that your ChatGPT?
Oh, it's a fucking good cut.
Fucking hell. Jeez, what a lad, eh?
Okay. Okay. Oh, what? No. No, I mean...
How, like, what's the cord? What's the cord length? The epididymitis length. That's what fucked me. It's like the ribbon that hangs onto your nut. Mine was chocker block full of real chalky chips. What do we got?
Right, so, you want a straight answer. No weirdness. Cool.
So you're normally asking it
No, I
cook
reckon
shit.
it can't stretch that far. 5-10 centimetres long internally,
Yeah.
but it would not safely stretch far. Severe pain, bleeding. Well, I guess anything can stretch if you yank it hard enough.
Bit of
You know
JST
that.
on the foot long. Yeah. There you go. Can't hang a stone off it anyway.
All right, we're going to get into a guess. We've got 3
Yes.
legends of the barbecue game. 2 from Texas, 1 from, I think, he's from Christchurch, I think.
Yes.
And we're just going to pick the chat. We already had the microphones going. And I was
Yeah.
like, fuck, we might as well jam that in too because it's just interesting. Just lads chatting, all sorts, music, and then we get into the actual interview.
Well, fuck me sideways and call me Fred. It's Jay and Dunc on Not for Radio.
I was just at the Rainbow. Right?
Were you?
Yeah. And, you know, Lemmy, over in that corner where the video poker machine is, I have a big piece of statuary there.
Yeah.
And it looks bad ass.
Fuck
I mean,
yeah.
it's epic.
And
man.
then when we went to England, we went to the where Iron Maiden played.
Birmingham.
I didn't go
Oh,
there.
you did? Yeah, he didn't go there. Yeah, that's right. But we went. Russ took me over there, and it was so unbelievable. We'll go downstairs and see that little room where they just started. It was crazy.
Yeah.
Right, we did send pictures to Bill, yeah, because he didn't get to make
I
it
didn't-
that
I
trip.
Just a finger in the
Motorhead. But I did get to, when we was in Fremantle, I did go to see Bon Scott. So
Don't they have the Bon Scott Highway over there?
they do, and there's a great big piece of bronze statuary right there at the Fremantle Harbor.
Yeah, man.
And it's huge, and it even has the bulge in the jeans.
In Houston, when I moved to Houston, I saw 9 Inch Nails at a little club called Numbers before they got big, and it was just great, man. And we walked in the station and listened to the music. It's just like, oh man, now we're in a good. All these Uber drivers been listening to nothing but Dr. Dre. And
That's the weird thing. You have like a Sikh guy, and he's listening to the doctor. He's listening to some gangster rap. What's going on?
Yeah.
What's going on in Pakistan these days?
Massively, the Indian community love their hip hop.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, they had a
Who
guy.
knew?
What was his name? Moose. Remember Moose? He basically got assassinated by the government, and so he was like the Biggie of India.
No,
you
Tupac.
talked about
Oh,
that.
the Tupac of it.
Were
Yeah.
they freestyling across Tora Bora? What's
Well,
going on here?
He got fucking gunned down in the street. It's a hectic. Yeah, you have to Google
crazy.
it.
Yeah, fucking mode.
Yeah, he got gunned down in the street by fucking. They jumped out in from memory, Jeep things, and they jumped out with a whole bunch of AK-47s in the middle of the day and just fucking peppered him to bits.
What,
Died the
that's
same age as Tupac,
That's
and
what I
released the
was gonna
same amount of
say, yeah,
albums.
just
Like
that.
his story is basically exactly the same. So he was selling out arenas across the globe. He was that big. I hadn't even fucking heard of him. One of my Uber drivers was telling me about him. I was like, holy shit.
But he didn't have anything to do with Diddy, so we can't quite link it all together,
Dude,
unfortunately.
have you ever seen the video footage? It happened like in the early 90s. What was that guy's name? He was a singer based out of Jalisco. And what's that guy's name? So anyway, he's performing on stage, and the songs that he sings are about that culture and Jalisco, but the cartels and everything.
Yeah.
And they didn't like that. So he had to come to California, right? And he made a name for himself.
Ricky Martin.
But he went, but he went back to Jalisco. But look it up on YouTube. He's performing on stage. They're getting after it, and someone hands him a note.
Oh, yes, I've seen
Yes.
that. And he just goes, "You're fucked," and he gets killed that night.
That's it.
Yeah.
oh,
Chelino Sanchez. There you go.
Yeah, Tommy fucking knows his shit, eh?
Coming in for the clutch.
Yeah.
Dude,
Yeah.
how do you...
He's ex-cartel.
Los Zetas or Golfo?
He looks, when he's got a moustache, he looks more.
He's just not wearing his normal hat. You know?
I heard. Wow, that got weird.
Should we
Hey, wait a minute.
should we
He's
keep
got
all
some
of that?
connections.
This has been a weird start to the podcast, but welcome to the podcast. This is not for radio. Matt from Chuck Norris Texas Barbecue. You messaged me on Instagram a couple of weeks ago, and you're like, "Would you like a couple of fucking Mad Dogs in the studio?" And I was like, "Yeah." So, who have you brought along with you?
This right here is Big Willie T, straight out of Houston, and the man, Sausage Sensei, Bill Dumas.
It's a thing.
Not a very big thing.
That's what she said.
Well, thank you and welcome. I mean, we were just chatting before. Probably it's even been captured.
Yeah.
This isn't your first time to NZ. How many times have you touched
this
down?
is actually my first time here.
Yeah.
Yes, in New Zealand.
And what do you make of the place? What do you make of the people? Is it just the same fucking weirdos in a different part of the world?
It's very beautiful here. I mean, I've traveled all over the world, most with him, and I mean the country.
He's my care.
Yeah, I'm on that. I'm his wife's hitman. If he goes out of line, he's just gonna get shot and dump him somewhere.
Well, I have a really sizable life insurance policy, I discovered. I'm not sure if I should be concerned, but nonetheless.
And in terms of the barbecue scene out here, what do you make of it? Obviously, coming from Texas, it's kind of one of those things that'll be, it's almost like a cultural reappropriation of what it is that you guys have been doing for the longest of time. It'll be like us heading over to Texas and seeing you guys do the hucker and seeing how well you do it.
Oh, there you go.
Hey, we'll get them both doing a hucker by the end of this trip.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, man. Okay, well, it's a really... Hold on.
It's a real good
My
question.
man.
I
There we go.
get asked all over, everywhere. When I go back to the States, they ask me, how's barbecue in Australia, or how's barbecue in England or Sweden? Smoke is just a universal language, and everybody does it. Everybody just does it different. I also do competition barbecue cooking, and there's that element of just spicing up everything a little bit more to amplify the flavors and the meats, opposed to doing restaurant barbecue. But what I see every time I go somewhere, I mean, smoke and meat and barbecue is all the same all over the world, no matter where you're going. And that's what I tell people back in Texas when I go back.
What is the biggest barbecue? Bill's like,
there
nah,
it is.
bro.
Oh, no,
I
no.
disagree with that because what we're dealing with right now in barbecue culture is an elevation and refinement. Yes, it is. It's primordial. It goes back to the Cro-Magnon and Neanderthal, 100% facts. But when we're dealing with it, when you see a beautiful tray, keyword tray of barbecue, and it's laid out beautifully on you know, how she goes, that's an elevation and a refinement where turn the screws of what started in Central Texas with the Bavarian and the Bohemian immigrants and the meat market traditions proper. Because we were never part of the British colonial system.
Here
We were
comes the
part
sausage
of,
stories.
No, it's not.
This is going to be a while.
This is gonna be a while.
Any chance to shoehorn in some fucking sausage
I'm
chat?
just saying, that what we're dealing with is it came from that tradition out of the meat markets in the 19th century.
Yeah.
And that's facts. So as time moves along, things get elevated and refined. If it didn't, we would still be riding horses or driving Model T Fords, for example. You know, so this is just an elevation and refinement for things that happened there. So yes, where it gets put into the worldwide equation actually does change the outcome. But remember Willie Dixon, who was the bass player for Chess Studios in Chicago?
Yeah.
If you want to take a musical reference from him, you know, he said the blues is the roots, the rest is the fruits.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you have to know where your roots are to understand where you're going to end up.
So in Texas, it's basically a melting pot, an epicenter of Latino America coming up through into the States.
Correct.
And then probably East Coast and West Coast, probably more East Coast influences as it's kind of creeping down New York and wrapping around through, you know, Florida and Cuba and all those different influences. You get caught almost in the crossfire of it all. It does start there with all of the immigrants and what there was and the sausage that they brought over from the different parts of the world that they turned up.
Yeah,
but now
man.
it's all sorts of different stuff which is hitting barbecues. And then how do you judge all those different cultures that are all in one spot?
Man, it's like to me it's a mashup. It is like music. It's art, right? It's art on a plate, and that's just how I see it. So, man, I don't know. It's just taking different elements from different cultures, from different people, the regional influences. It's all a big witch's brew.
It's like a big bowl of gumbo.
It's like a big bowl of gumbo. Yeah, 100%. So I don't know, man. It's
And then
really
you've got a Kiwi Kiwi reversioning of it as well.
Man.
And then it's sort of like, well, it's still traditional to the core, but with a proper twist on it, and even
that.
Yeah, and then even the elements in which, particularly when it comes to if your average Kiwi, we grow up on sausages. Australians and Kiwis grew up on sausages, but then they just got bastardized. A lot of us grew up around farmers, so we had home kill sausages, so we still had a proper butcher with an animal casing and everything that went with it, and then it just went to sawdust, lips and arseholes into a piece of fucking white bread outside.
That's exactly how I got into this.
Yeah.
Like
I
an
went to
Oz to the
Texas.
Bunnings snag.
Yeah.
I went to Texas and I had a proper fucking Texas sausage, and I was like, what the fuck is this? It's nothing like what we get here. I was like, I need to recreate this. So I just kept working on it and working on it and working on it, linked up with Bill, and now here we are.
And so this is part and parcel of the reason why you're out here, is to try and educate people in something that you have been trying to educate people in, and kind of bolster. It's kind of one of those things, though. Like Kiwis are classic at it. You're like, you say this is how it's done. I don't fucking believe you. We need someone actually from the place to get it done. And then you get done. No, actually, you do know what you're talking about. You just shit it back in our own.
Yeah, man, 100%, dude.
This is like a rising tide floats all boats scenario. You just want sausage to be better in New Zealand.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, yeah, man. And you know what? Even where I'm from, you know? So the trifecta of barbecue, known as the Holy Trinity, is brisket, pork ribs, sausage. Sausage is the original barbecue meat because of the Bavarian and Bohemian immigration, that happened in Central Texas. So I'll argue that's the original meat. I'll also further argue, because it's archaeologically proven, that sausage is one of the earliest examples of food on this planet, third stone from the sun, because there is evidence of it being made and consumed in Mesopotamia, 5000 BCE.
Yeah.
There's a type of sausage described in Homer's Odyssey, the Iliad, etc. So it's hugely important, and it's the vehicle of economy.
Yeah.
But if you understand how it's put together, and what its cultural references are, then you can explode it and redefine it. So I reckon in the barbecue universe, it's the last piece that needs a bigger, brighter spotlight shown on it.
Yeah. So would I be correct in thinking, so initially if we go back and we trace it all the way back, most of the muscle meat that would come off the animals that were captured would go to the wolves or the dogs, which help you capture it. The organ meat, the heart, the lungs, the kidneys, the liver, would then be macerated, stuffed into the intestines where there was the greens, which the animals had eaten.
Yep.
And the undigested part of it would be basically they'd stuff that full of the organ meat and then cook that over, and that was the earliest sausage.
Delicious.
Have you gone back and have you tried something that fucking feral?
That primal?
Yeah.
Man, I don't know. You know,
Is there enough rub for that?
Yeah, because even so there's a delicious version of that in Italian cooking where they get veal intestine, which still has the milk in it, which is coagulated, and they chop that into fucking bits and they cook that, and that is almost like a milk sausage which comes from the calf. And they still eat that, and that's like a delicacy.
That's gnarly, man.
Fucking gnarly.
That's gnarly, man. What about haggis?
Well, haggis isn't bad.
Oh, what do you mean haggis?
No,
What are you, insane?
I can't even say that. I've never had it. I just fucking, the idea of it sounds
We were
horrific.
talking about haggis the other night. I think we need to get into it.
You need to just have a good one. Just don't get a shit one.
Well, that's
you can
it.
get
That's
one
the
for
fucking
recipe.
thing.
Find a good haggis versus a bad one.
One that doesn't taste like shit.
Oh, that's it.
It means you've got to taste a lot of haggis to figure out,
Yeah.
the scale of good versus bad. I thought it could be quite good because, I mean, definitely the UK doesn't seem like they've jumped onto the low and slow barbecue, and that's where the majority of our audience is.
And they love a bang.
Am I wrong in saying that? Is it blowing up over there?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
It is.
It is, but to a lesser extent. Not as big as it is in Australia.
So America would be the holy grail of barbecue at the moment. How big, when it comes to competition, are they? Because I've been to Memphis in May, so I've had a little bit of a look around. But
How big is the wiener?
No. How big is the barbecue scene? The prize money, like how? Because you guys go all out for it, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's not as big as in the States. The States, because I've also cooked at the American Royal, Memphis in May, the Jack Daniels, Houston Rodeo, San Antonio Rodeo. So all the big major competitions I've cooked in, but I've also did competitions in Sweden and in Denmark and in England. And, it's not to Texas standards in the way of, what we're using for rubs and spices and injections and stuff like that, but they're trying to catch up. They're trying to do the things that we're doing. And, most of the teams that do come in to the States internationally that cook in the States are not doing very well. Just last week at the San Antonio Rodeo, a team in Mexico took the grand championship there. I mean, this is a team from Mexico that comes into and just put out almost 230 teams. And won the whole thing.
But those guys on those teams are practiced.
Yes.
And they know what's what. I know those guys.
Yeah.
Because there's obviously, in terms of bringing it back to rugby in New Zealand, so we've got South Africa, New Zealand, Australia, and Argentina. So they're the four big kind of rugby nations, and we have like a tournament against every one of them. And so when this was happening quite a while ago, they'd take the top, sort of the senior players from the team, and they'd roll over to these different spots. Oh, fucking yes. They'd roll over. So they'd roll out. So when they were in...
close that.
We'll get back to my shit chat soon. What are we about to eat here?
All right. So the one that Dunc's got there is a brisket truffle jalapeno cheese.
What's better to go the end or go the mids?
Mids.
Oh, I better have another bit then.
Pay attention to the texture and
Holy
how tight it is,
shit.
along with the flavor profile. It's important.
That's probably the best sausage I've ever had in my life.
This is where, and see,
there
this
you
is
go.
this is what happens is that when people think of a sausage, they don't think of this.
Exactly.
They think of a fucking sizzler.
They think of Eckrich or...
Benny boy, get in there as well.
Come on, man.
That
The
is
one that Jay's
wild.
got there is
Wow.
a lamb Dubai chocolate.
It's almost a dessert sausage.
Yeah, it's a bit of a mindfuck. So it's basically lamb, pistachio cream, chopped pistachio, cocoa, bit of chili ancho. What's the other one called? Chili guajillo.
Yeah. Fuck, that's delicious.
Yeah,
Can we get some bread and
it just works,
some
eh?
mustard?
And what do we got here?
And so this one is
Wow.
a confit duck. So it's confit duck, chicken, orange zest, thyme, sage.
Man. See, this is what normally, in my experience, what normally happens when you cook these things out. Fat content separates from the meat content, and then as soon as they're finished cooking, they just shrivel up like an old man's fucking genitalia.
Yeah.
As soon as you cut them, they just go dry. That holds all the moisture and all the flavour, and it's nothing's overpowering the other. And
So you got to do it low, slow.
those are mad.
How long for? Well, what temp are we talking? So if somebody's listening to this,
Okay.
even if they're cooking in a fucking oven,
That's a good question. So we have to think about,
Fucking
is it
delish.
Not bad, eh?
that first one's out the fucking gate.
Are they
Yeah, man.
are they available for purchase? Look at the fucking seagulls out there, eh? Are they available for purchase?
Yeah.
Or just they are available for purchase?
Yeah.
Perfect.
Do you see them
Truck
nationwide?
Norris, Texas barbecue. Church.
I, at the moment, no, but I will do.
Okay.
The next couple of weeks, so I'm working on the shipping side of it to get them sent.
Those are.
Well,
look
yeah,
at that!
you can-
Look at the seagulls go.
What was that first one again before we get back to the cooking tips?
We should have laced them with
brisket,
something.
truffle, jalapeno cheese.
Pardon?
Yeah.
Brisket, truffle, jalapeno cheese.
The cool thing for me, just because I appreciate truffle, but sometimes people throw in truffle just to fucking. The truffle is just the background there, like a little bit of a support player.
Just because, like, the jalapeno cheese sausage, every motherfucker does it.
Yeah.
But to do it really well and give it that little bit extra, it's that little bit of truffle in the background.
Perfect.
What sort of
Sings.
cheese is it in there?
It's like a filthy
London.
American plastic cheese.
Yeah.
And
delicious.
Yeah, and that's whoa.
Yeah, but as I was saying before, so Argentina, South Africa, Australia, New Zealand, 4 big rugby nations, and they used to have this kind of quadrangular barbecuing thing. So when the All Blacks would play in Argentina, the senior players would go around to the senior players' house and they'd have a barbecue. And that, for the most part, it was always Australia, New Zealand, and South Africa. South Africans fucking mad keen on their braai. The Australians cook basically everything over gas on these monstrous outdoor kitchens, and Kiwis are a combination of shitty old, the old
Walmart
cinder
blue
block mesh setups, and then barbecues in the works. But it wasn't until they went to Argentina that they had the asado and everything. It's just a completely same sort of technique. Everyone's cooking over some form of fire. Have you been to a place that you're like, this is a wild ass setup, not something that I'd normally eat? Or is there a place that you've heard that they do incredible barbecue in terms of a nation that you haven't visited yet across all three of you?
Man, I've been all over the damn place. I will say what's really hot in the barbecue universe these days is towards open fire.
Yeah.
So it's really flash. It goes back to the dawn of man.
Don't you eat those sausages,
And
all of
it's
those
just-
sausages, you
Bring those truffle
motherfuckers.
ones
You
back.
save us some of those. Save us some.
But yeah, I see a huge interest in open fire has away. I'm not going to say that the industry is moving away from quote unquote low and slow, but I see a greater interest these days in open fire elements, which is quite more primordial.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So I think it scratches that itch. So as a result of which, you are seeing more influence from Brazil and Argentina.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
And Mexico.
in Mexico. So 100%. So I don't know, man. It's a good question.
I mean, I see it too. Like, I also cook at the Grill Masters in Monterrey, Mexico, which is the Latin America's biggest, competition out there. And they do a lot more open fire cooking, and we noticed that in England when we went to Malden
100%.
too. It's more open fire kind of cooking that everybody's going out to.
Yeah. However, the caveat is, unless you're talking about, specific types of sausages, the linguiças that are indicative of, with Argentina and Brazil, the sausage is not really designed for hot and fast. It goes back to what you said earlier about it shriveling up, because sausage is a temperature-sensitive meat emulsion, both at its creation and its retention all the way into you. So you have to pay attention to specific concentrations of meat and fat and salt and heat included how you're cooking it.
Yeah.
So if we took that sausage that you enjoyed and just blasted the hell out of it, let's just say in a microwave or air fryer or something, it would shrivel up just as you mentioned. So sausage is kind of one of those finicky things wherein sausage is important in the barbecue universe, but it's greater than that.
Yeah.
Yes, it operates within barbecue, but it's larger as far as the vehicle of economy and its importance to the overall food culture of mankind.
Yeah.
So it's quite inspirational.
Have you been back to having those like a German or an Austrian sausage, and do you get there and you go, where this all sort of effectively began, and you go,
yeah,
are they any good? Do you?
Yeah,
you guys
man.
kind of like them. Maybe they just stopped because it's kind of there's a lot of those traditional things. They go, well, this is how we've done it for the last 200 years, so we're just not fucking changing.
Yeah, some things you can't say change due to tradition, but I will say that once you understand how it's put together, you can come up with these crazy profiles.
Yeah.
Basically, considering composed dishes, no matter what they are, manipulating the ingredients. Manipulation's the key, kind of like my ex-wife, and then exploding it and reassembling into a tube. So I think of it as art. I'm going to crawl down the rabbit hole. This is what I do, but it's consumable art. So if you think about what is the purpose of art, period, it is to
drive an emotion.
Yeah, exactly. It's to make you stop and consider and perhaps challenge you.
Yeah.
Salvador Dali himself.
That fucking chocolate one challenged me, and
yes,
that was fucking
that's it.
delicious.
Yeah.
And that, I think, is art.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
because you know shit, you could eat that as a dessert, or you could eat that as a main, or you could eat that as an entree, which completely flips a dining experience on its head.
100%, man.
One of the things that I learned from Bill is he made this fucking peach cobbler sausage.
Cobbler,
Yeah.
And when I ate it,
Who knew?
it really fucks with your mind.
Yeah.
And you're just like, what am I? Is this a dessert or sausage? Like, what the fuck is happening?
That
right
was
now?
served with ice
And it's
cream.
weird because we eat with our eyes basically, but when he puts together some kind of creation, and then you ask him what's in it. Like in Mexico, we made a chapicana sausage made out of the chapicanas.
The chiquitana,
The
the ants.
Yeah.
The ants. He made out of ant eggs. He made a sausage out of it, and I was like, I'm not gonna eat that shit. But and then when I did, I was like, holy hell, because he made it all work and put it all together where it was enjoyable to the palate, and you're able to enjoy it, and you just have to be open-minded. It's like with anything in food, you just have to be open-minded and want to try it.
Have you had some massive misses and you're like, well, I can tell you right now that these three things don't go well into a sausage. I mean, to get to ant eggs, you must have tried some shit.
Yeah, the
Fucking
balut,
A.
the Filipino balut.
The balut. Oh, fuck.
What's in there?
Oh, shit. It makes me sick even thinking about it.
It's
like
the
a
eggs
fucking
are like a
Fermented duck egg.
fermented duck egg, and you really don't know what stage it is. So you might get the pin feathers.
Yes.
Good times. Don't put that in a wiener.
Did you try it?
Pardon?
Did you try it?
No.
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 Yeah. Well,
No,
that's smart.
I'm gonna go on a limb and say that doesn't belong, and it durian doesn't belong in sausage either.
You know what? We could make one of those sausages and bring it in. It might finally get Jay.
Fuck,
Fucking
I just
would.
the thought of a balut egg would fucking do me in.
yes.
Yeah. I've eaten durian. I've had durian before, and that wasn't that bad. Yeah, it's just I went out with this chick, and it was her. Like she was from Malaysia, so they were into it. They used to. Her dad and his brother used to go out with a fucking motorbike helmet on and pick them out of the trees because if you get hit by one of these things, you die. But then they freeze them to send them to New Zealand because you can't put them on a plane. So
They stink too
they
much.
fucking stink. But they
man,
kind of
they're
smell like
very
ammonia, but they
FAQ.
taste like a custard.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a weird one. They got these big
It
pips in
kinda
them.
is like
It
a
looks like
combination,
it looks
yeah.
like a fish roe, like a big fish roe.
Yeah. Okay.
But they're quite delicious, creamy.
How many mince pies have you tried in New Zealand?
Pardon?
How many meat pies have you tried?
Well, it's funny you should mention that.
It's one of those
May I make a shameless plug?
Yeah,
100%.
absolutely.
These guys. So we went to some place the very first day that we were here. So in my neck of the woods, if you want to start a fight in Texas, you talk about religion, politics, or whether or not beans belong in Texas chili con carne.
Yeah.
Here, I reckon the same argument could be made, perhaps a fight, who knows?
Yeah.
Who makes the better pie?
Totally, yeah.
Aussies or the Kiwi.
Well, fuck, Aussies aren't even in the competition. Aussies don't even feature.
Can I quote you on that?
Yes, 100%. They fucking do nothing close to what we do.
So
Mate, they get no, and this no. I don't even think an Australian would
I
take
just think
offence
they're
to
not
it.
trying.
No, they would turn up and they would just go. They wouldn't even make. They wouldn't even make the
what a
shortlist. Fucking, I 100% would stand by the fact that in a blind taste test, fucking, this is what you've done, eh? Yeah. In a blind taste test, I reckon out of a fucking 100 entries, not even a single Australian pie would make the top 100.
And we have a guy in England says that England pies are better than Australian
Oh, those
pies.
were a nightmare because they're swimming in the mushy peas and the gravy.
They don't even put a bottom on their pies.
Yeah, so even like in terms of a commercial pie, there's Pat's pies and whatever it is in Bethlehem and in the Bay of Plenty.
He's won a
His whole wall is filled with pie awards. Everything. He just fucking wins a lot.
And where's
then
this?
This is in Bethlehem in Tauranga.
Alright.
And so Ashby Pies, which is my next door neighbour. Yeah. So he
New
this
Zealand is small.
yeah, this is my local pie drink. Did you try the jalapeno sausage roll with the cream cheese?
That was the best.
Yes.
Man, the French, it was like a jalapeno explosion.
Yeah. So that's what I wanted to ask. I was like, for guys that know, like you kind of go, that is mass produced on a fucking scale, which it's hard to keep quality control when you're running those sort of numbers day in, day out. And I still
the
reckon.
funny thing about that is when we were standing in there about to order, I was looking at the sausage rolls, and Bill's like, "Man, do you know what? I don't like sausage rolls." And I was like,
Yeah.
"Yeah, you've had Australian sausage rolls."
That was it. That's the common denominator.
Yeah.
It's the Aussies. They're the problem. They're the problem. Well,
Yeah, but that's for me. That was like when I first tried it because they've got decent heat,
Unreal.
Yeah.
texture,
dude.
cream cheese in it. Fucking once again, another weird bit of thing. I'm like, oh, this does not
Yeah,
sound like
'cause
a
he kept
great
on
idea.
asking me, he's like, "What was your favorite pie?" The sausage roll was the fucking good one.
Well,
Yeah.
hey,
Not even
man,
a pie.
hold on a minute now. Pump the brakes down there, home chicken. Because here's the thing, man. Because when you walk into a pie shop, what do you expect? You expect the mince, all right? You expect the steak and cheese,
Yeah.
all right? Those are the staples.
Yeah.
But when you walk into this guy's shop, he thinks of it a little bit different. Say, that's beef cheeks, so you get the collagen factor from the
Yeah.
beef cheeks that makes the gravy better. He told me also what he does to the gravy, but I'm not going to display his secret, but I know what's in it now. Not to mention, the crust is like super flaky, not dense. Correct.
Yeah,
And then the other pie, which is a lamb birria.
yeah,
So in Mexico, birria is made on the chivos, the goats. And so his pie has all of the elements proper, the seasoning, the chile ancho, chile guajillo, la 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 la, that makes it. And you get the punch of that flavor, so it's correct. So and he and I swapped, and we kind of looked around at our both consomme recipes accordingly, and his was pretty spot on. So I'm just going to go on a limb and say this guy right here probably has the best pie that I've had thus far.
Yeah.
And I like the way that he thinks outside the box, which is important.
and he's a massive fan of the Warriors. He does all the game day fucking announcing there as well. He does all the interviews. He's a fucking legend.
Yes,
crushed
wait
it.
a minute. He had the shirt on today.
Yeah.
He did. He had the shirt on today, man.
He wears it
He had
every
a
day.
Warriors t-shirt on, but then for the content
and
that we made, he had to go and put on a Warriors jersey.
So Bill bought a whole bunch of those. Don't ask him how he's gonna get them through customs to the United States. But
Nature's pocket.
Those
Sheldon.
No. Those are going in a wiener. We're going to slip those in a wiener.
That's-
So we're making a meat pie wiener.
That's why. That's why I asked. I feel like since we do pie so well here in New Zealand, there's like so much inspiration from the different flavors of pies that we do well for potentially turn into a sausage.
Yeah.
You're all fucking over it. You're already doing it.
Speaking of the sausage, that's the main reason why you're here. You're doing some master classes. Have they been done? Is there spaces available that we can still jump in on them if need be?
Absolutely.
Yeah, man. Thank you for asking. I appreciate that, my brother. So, yes, there's 2 classes happening this Saturday, February 14, at Barbecues and More.
Valentine's Day.
That is the fucking.
That's it. You can give your missus a sausage on Valentine's
We'll
Day.
make a gigantic wiener for the missus.
Yeah.
A home wrecker.
Yeah.
I left my wife at home to go and hang out with this guy and make sausage on Valentine's
We'll
Day.
make it blood red. Anyway. So, God Damn.
You can throw another sausage down the hallway like every other Valentine's Day.
Jesus Christ. Well, you'll never have us back again. That was the end of that. Was a good show.
That was actually Jay that said that, so you might have him back every episode.
No, man. So we got February 14, Valentine's Day. Very romantic. Barbecues and more here in Auckland. And then the 21st in Christchurch at Barbecue Direct. Yeah, the headquarters there on South Island. So are there tickets available? Absolutely, yes. Hit up Matt over here at Truck Norris, and they'll line you out.
Yeah, we'll check all the details in the link below so that people can jump on it and check it out.
Yeah, dude. It's going to be epic, man. It's going to be full of innuendo, good times. You know, I like to concentrate on the scientific application, as you can tell, like a geek out on wiener. So there is that, but it's just going to be an effing blast, man. Trust me. You get dinner and a show, trust me.
It's because it's quite casual. You all drinking while you're learning?
Fucking 100%. Show up naked if you like. That's acceptable.
Awesome.
You know, but
I'm going to
100%.
take my pants off at some point.
Fucking look after what's in front of you. It might end up on the plate.
Nobody wants a Cheerio on their plate.
Dude, wherever I go, things happen. So like in Mexico, we were making sausage in Monterrey. And so here's the shop. I'm making the sausages. It's nighttime. Here's the soccer field. They're having a match. So I tear off my shirt and run across it, through the game while the ball's in play. It rolls right in front of me, man. I thought about grabbing it and running off. So it's like, who knows what'll happen? It's still early here in New Zealand. I'm looking to get arrested. So if there are any officers in the audience be looking for me.
I noticed we drove in past the police station right there. So
We've got a lot of drinking to be done in the next.
They know you're here.
They know we're here.
There's a fucking massive big.
I got some side looks that I was coming through customs. I don't know what that was about, and I was offered the free full body cavity search.
Yeah, which it's a good complimentary, optional extra, but most people take it coming into New Zealand. They're pretty good.
And the sausage guy, don't mind sausage fingers. Perfect.
Yeah, who doesn't
Daddy,
want
would you like some sausages? Sausages. Daddy, would you like some sausages? Would you?
Rightio, lads.
Cheers, lads.
We're
Thank
going
you
to
so
wrap
much
it up
for
from
coming
Show
on.
Boss Tags, mate. Good luck for the classes.
Thanks,
that was
man.
fucking exceptional, Matt. Appreciate you as always, mate.
Yeah.
anytime, brothers.
Thanks for bringing the lads out as well, because I mean it does it's one thing to be in, it's one thing to come out here, but to be invited and then host it and everything that goes with it.
Oh,
It's,
man.
we're very proud of our barbecue community here, and obviously you've got one of the best at it.
Yeah,
and,
man.
bring your fucking livers is what I'd say if you want to come out for a visit.
Fucking oath.
Yeah, this guy, I'm telling you, man, he's sick, he's twisted, he's talented. He's really good people, man.
And Bill, I would like to send a shout out to our good friend that is John Brotherton. Because he's the one that told us to do pimp shit. So that's what we get to
That's
do
true.
all over the world. So.
That's awesome.
Man.
Perfect.
100% facts.
Thanks so much, guys.
Thanks,
Travel
dude.
well,
Cheers, lads.
and
having
we're
us.
gonna be in the deep south on Valentine's Day, and then we'll be flying up as you guys fly down. So high five in the air. Hopefully we don't clip wings.
Don't say that.
Not for Radio with Jay and Dunc. Yummy.
Should we continue the theme of Tasmania?
I think we should.
Yes.
Welcome to the Not for Radio podcast. We've got Special K and Aaliyah, like the rap star, all the way from Tassie as well. How are team?
Very good.
So this is a fucking random one. They just messaged saying K text saying that he's coming over from Tassie with the miso soup, and could he swing through and get the Not for Radio hat sign? I'm like, fuck mate, come and check the place out. And then the more you guys talk, the less we do. It's kind of like an unofficial pay rise. Now, obviously, being from New Zealand, we get hammered with the whole sheep shagging jokes things, and we just introduced you to the wonderful Martin Devlin out there, and he instantly made. Oh, you guys are sitting back there in the dark, eh?
Yeah, this is
We can punch in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder if he slid forward onto the edge of the table here.
It's all right.
Okay, fuck it anyway. So yeah, you being from Tasmania, obviously, just first things first, you're a couple.
Yes.
Second things second, you're not related.
Not related.
Okay.
Not to our knowledge.
So you were born and bred, not born and bred in Tasmania. Same parts?
Relatively, yeah.
Yeah. So
Born
where
in
about?
Burnie.
Where?
I'm born in Burnie.
Bernie.
Yeah.
Is that the full name of it, or is it slang
Yes.
for it?
That's the full name.
Sounds like a meth town.
It's a bit along the coast.
Yeah.
Where was the stopover on the? So I assume you're flying to Sydney or something, and then you
Yes.
go from Sydney. Yeah,
Flew
okay.
to Sydney, then Auckland.
And how many
last night.
people in Tassie?
There are 571,000, I believe.
Oh, fuck. I thought you're so glad you put the 1,000 on the end. I was like, fuck, you will know these people we're talking about. Yeah.
Can you go and visit Chopper Reed's old house over there? Do they have like
Probably. Not
like
sure.
a little wee Chopper Reed museum or something? You can go and see all those different instruments he used to get money out of people.
They'd probably disclose that.
Yeah, now you probably can't see because you're sitting back there in the shadows, but you're a couple of athletic humans. Like, if I was to, like, I'd definitely pick you. Like, you look like a fucking Cleary. Like, you look like you're out of the Cleary factory. So you could be running something. You could be running a league player. Obviously, you could be doing gymnastics. You know, you're both athletic. What is the sport in which you both play to a fucking high level, might I add?
Badminton.
What?
Badminton.
Badminton.
Badminton. Okay, yeah. So
Which is fucking
is that why you're
random.
over here? That's the main reason.
No,
No.
over for
okay.
Pocky.
Okay.
Yeah, so you both play badminton
Yeah.
at state level,
Yeah.
and that's how you met.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you met her when she was 6 years old, and so you're now 18, and
No.
he is 47. He's a nonce. So what is it? What is your ages?
I'm 21.
21.
And I'm 24.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, yeah, not far off. Hey. She would have been 9, you creep. Well, this is awesome. Married, engaged. I'm not looking. I'm not.
No.
Oh, no.
Not yet.
Fucking awkward.
Have you ever thought about doing it on a podcast? Like popping the question.
There he goes. The real reason he's here. I'm sorry.
Would you? Yeah.
Classic Stitcher. Now you're over to watch the final race day at Pukekohe, which is an iconic racetrack here in New Zealand. And you've never been to New Zealand before. You have played badminton in Invercargill,
Yes.
which is the South Island equivalent of Tasmania, I guess.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so, what is the plan? What's the schedule?
So we're heading down when gates open Saturday morning. Going through, probably check out through pits first. We got VIP, so we can got all pits access, and got a few mates that are actually driving at Pocky, so we'll go and catch up with them. And
Sick. So what's the racing that's on this weekend then? What are the different classes?
so they're doing pro class, which is sort of like the entry level internationally into drifting, and then they got the pro class, which is the sort of the nationals, and then they got the drift GP, which is internationals, coming on to put on a pretty cool display and an actual competition.
So it's a full drift event at Pocky.
Pretty much.
So
Yeah.
is there any other racing?
I think they're doing a couple other cars. I know
Yeah.
bikes might be riding, and
Sick.
yeah, few like classic people coming to drive their old cars around Pocky for the last time.
That's right. You could, I remember that you could buy a spot on the grid where you basically drive around.
Yeah, you can. Well, if you got passes, you can go and cruise Pocky for the last time, and yeah, if you got your own car, it's probably a bit late now to enter, but
If you were to race one of your old cars around Pocky on the final weekend, what would it be? The Legacy, GT Legacy?
Nah, not the Masty Mobile. I'd be taking the XR Falcon. I had a 68 XR Falcon station wagon, which we referred to as gang chrome, which is just primer, black and grey, and it had a 351 in it, and it was
three. How the fuck did you pay for gas?
We had a farm, so I just took it out of the bowser on the farm.
Did your old man notice the gas bill go up dramatically?
Nah, because there's
You
that much
threw
stuff.
that much.
Yeah, there's that much stuff on farm taking gas anyway.
How often were you filling it up?
We lived about 30k out of town, so I'd probably do a tank a week, maybe.
Oh, it's not too bad.
Mate, and this is mate, I'm old. This is like 91 was 91 cents and 96 was 96 cents. It was this fucking $7 or whatever it is now.
Have you seen
But
the
yeah.
fuel prices here compared to what you guys pay at home?
fucked.
It's crazy. eh?
Oh, it's not too bad for me because diesel's
Yeah.
the same as what it is in
Diesel's the
Tassie.
same,
Yes, okay.
So I'm at the same price if he's not.
I'd imagine that you're driving some big lifted fucking Land Cruiser, 160 grand, ticked up to the eyeballs with a fucking rooftop tent on it. Like, what are your vehicles?
I drive a Triton.
Oh, yeah, nice.
yeah. Mitzi.
Yeah, I drive an FG Falcon.
Oh, sick. Fucking that is cool bogan. And so you're gonna be heading down to Rotorua and then maybe shooting back up through the bay as well for a little bit of a stop off. But just want to say thanks for fucking swinging through. Thanks for being, cause it's clearly Sniper Elite because nobody else knew about the fucking hats. Which is mad. Yeah, and awesome. It's kind of crazy. We're sitting here. You get to see the magic, which is fucking massively underwhelming, no doubt. A couple of blokes at a table and shit like.
There's like fucking people everywhere outside, and we walk in here and it's like, hey, it's just two blokes at the table. No worries.
Yeah, pretty much every podcast.
Yeah, it's the hustle and bustle, the humbug of a working business.
Yeah. Well, have a great holiday.
Yeah.
Enjoy the racing.
Thank you.
You can stay here for this last war story because it's an Australian themed Poddy today. I'm going to play this again.
Snipers, reload. Another war story incoming. Eyes on target, scopes dialed in. Let's see who hits the mark.
So, Curb from the Two Flogs podcast, the last time he sent us a yarn was when his fucking granddad nicked all those bricks from
his dad.
Oh, his dad, yeah, sorry.
Fuck, if you haven't heard it, we'll put it back in the show notes because that is...
It went ape shit online.
In terms of, like, I think we need to come up with, like a decorated sniper or something like that highlights some of the real top tier stories, and that is fucking in there for me.
Well, I did send him a couple of our hats, him and Gibbo, but the long story short, his fucking old boy had very light fingers, and they were
he
building
nicked a pallet of bricks from the next door neighbours, and you could see the wheelbarrow marks from the pallet to his house, where he built a barbecue, and then blew the thing to smithereens with an assembly and the fucking bomb.
It's a fucking shambles, and the roof off the patio as well. So this is from Andrew Buster Kirby.
Can I just say, if you haven't listened to Two Flock,
they go good.
They're fucking great lads, and Curb is just one of the most special people that we've ever come across. Probably one of the greatest things that has come from doing this podcast. We've been meeting those lads and meeting Nux. And they are
and Nux is here this weekend,
which is going to be fucking pandemonium.
Tomorrow night we've got dinner with Nux, and then and a couple of weeks after that, Curb's over for a week.
So Curb does stand-up comedy and the podcast in amongst a bunch of other shit, but gets fucking mad anxiety, so finger blasts his nose with peppermint oil every 2 minutes. It's fucking hilarious.
It's so funny because I was listening to one of their podcasts on the way in today and he fucking spilt his peppermint oil. All right, this is from Buster Kirby. I did my plumbing apprenticeship with my old man. Now, being a plumber, you have to deal with a lot of shit. On many occasions, I saw my old boy wrestler King Henry the Turd. It was never a good watch, and I was never into it. But the old boy steamed in, head and arms first, and took on King Kong's finger more times than I care to imagine. We were called into a 20-story unit block in the middle of Surfers Paradise saying they had toilets blocked. Easy. Simply no problems. Fuck yes, there were problems. When we started to investigate, we found it was turning into the poo palace. Yep, all 20 floors of toilets were backing up and overflowing.
Shit.
It was hell for me, but the old boy thought it was fucking Christmas. Pipes of gold, lad, he said, this is going to cost them.
So no one wants to deal with their own shit.
Pipes of gold, laddie!
You will chuck any number at a problem like that just for it to go away. Just fucking empty the bank account. I don't want to touch my own shit, even though it's been out of your arsehole.
Oh, fuck no.
The last thing it touched was you, but you don't want to touch it.
He was a big fan of money and he loves shit. It was a match made in heaven. It took us a bit and we eventually found the main toilet shaft in the basement. I got a ladder and a long length of pipe and began to slap the lid of the I.O., the inspection opening. Bang, it came off, but nothing happened. It should have been an absolute shit fountain. Zero, nothing, nada. Fuck, I said it loudly, but the old boy got a glint in his eye. We are 3 levels down in the basement and there are 20 above us. So as you can imagine, the pressure this line had in it was fucking enormous. Not to mention how long the bottom floors have been blocked up for. Ooh. And it was December, so 23 floors of hot turd soap coming right up.
Fuck.
There comes a time in a young man's life that he eventually tells his dad to go and fuck himself.
I could not be a fucking plumber for all the tea in China.
And this, boys, was mine. He handed me a grinder and he said, start cutting until we find the blockage. Go fuck yourself, was my reply, risking death. He somehow, with his wizardry, narrowed it down. He climbed the ladder and just started ripping him. Within seconds, green liquid started to run down his arm and he was way too committed to stop. I started dry reach. Not a lot of things I can say I'll remember forever, but this smell I'll truly never forget. The last thing I remember before the pipe exploded was the old boy laughing at me. And then fucking boom, he was sent sailing, pushed by 23 floors of pure shit. How it didn't get him, I'll never know. It hit me square in the knees as I made my way out of the impact zone. It filled my boots. I was fucking covered in it, and I looked like Arnie in Predator when he was covered in mud. I slid across the basement to safety, and I spewed until I could feel something furry in my throat. Which was clearly my asshole. As I had nothing left to spew. Dad was hosing me off with the fire hose. He thought this was fucking tremendous. I was going to kill him. I couldn't talk. I was that fucking cranky. I smelt like Bigfoot's dick for a week. The absolute kicker to this is Dad was only washing his hands with water, sat down and ate a sandwich and waited for it to stop running. Fucking old school plumbers sure are built different. It was at that point in my life I decided maybe it wasn't the career for me. Buster. Send him another hat.
Fucking hell.
Send him another hat.
Fucking hell. We've recounted the story more than once, but I will never forget. Same setup, running the sandbar at the Mount, which was a 2-week bar. Pop-up bar, week before New Year's, week after New Year's. Basically, all the money traded after New Year's was the profit. Everything up to it was basically covering costs. And so they'd have like fucking 40 portaloos. And this is when summer used to be like fucking summer. Hot and sunny.
Yeah.
And so these things were chock-a-block full of fucking sausages and bread that we were slinging all day off the barbie and just piss. And so this guy turned up with a snorkel. Fuck, it makes me want to be sick thinking about it now. With this pipe, like a fucking stainless drain pipe, and he'd just fucking jam it down the shit flap of the thing. It would just go, and just fucking eat this thing up, and it fucking reeked. And then he'd backfill it with the blue stuff. Anyway, so he had these fucking green gauntlet gloves on, safety. And he had this ciggy hanging off his lip. And I walked around the corner and it belted me like a wall. Like it stunk so bad. And I was like, Jesus Christ. I was like, that's got a bit of a nose to it, eh? And he'd been sliding the pipe with shitty-handed glove. Ugh, fuck. He'd been sliding this fucking steel pipe, guiding it in, like just until he shit it. And he had shit all over his hands on his fucking glove. I was like, geez, it's got a bit of a nose to it. And he goes, pulled his ciggy off his lip with his fucking shit gloves and goes, yeah, get used to it, mate. Chucked it back in. Fuck, I was like, that is the grimmest thing I've ever seen in my fucking life. Absolutely leveled me. Would have been shit on his fucking face and everything. Fuck me.
What are your plans this weekend, mate?
Plans for the weekend? We will be flying back from Waimumu. Are we staying in Invercargill? Or are we staying out there? Fucking
There's
last year they
nothing out
tried
there.
to put us in tents at the campground. Fuck me. Anyway, flying back
I'll
from
keep you
Waimumu.
warm, mate. I got a 1-bar heater you can borrow.
If the bear is hungry, he will eat. So, yeah, fly back from Waimumu. Then we've got tickets to Sail GP.
Mm-hmm.
So we can mince down to that.
What, am I going to there?
Yeah.
Sick.
Yeah, we've got a little fucking Heineken elevated platform.
So Sail GP is basically Formula One sailboats.
With no brakes.
Yeah.
On a
And
tight course.
do they keep this? There's a fucking huge stand down in the waterfront. Does that stay there?
No,
or is
no,
that
they take it
temporary?
down. Yes, there's 3,000 extra seats have gone in, and they're $200 a seat minimum per day of racing. And so the whole of the viaduct and Wynyard Court are just so out in front of our mate Tricky's bar is where the boats come in and out of the water. So they bring them out after every race, and they go back over them, check them all out, and then they change the mast. So there's 3 different wings that go on them depending on the wind that's happening.
It's supposed to be fucking howling on Saturday.
Is it?
Yeah.
fuck. Well, last time we went out, it was howling and it was wild. I've never seen anything like it. It must have been, they were running the smallest wing and it would have been at the upper end of what they can race in. And these things were fucking, they couldn't keep them under 100 k's an hour.
Wow.
Yeah, and they were just blowing out. And so they just pitch into the water and just fucking bury themselves. And so we'll go watch that on Saturday when we get back.
Oh my gosh, the Warriors are going to be playing at the same time. What do we do? We're going to have to...
We'll just go...
I'll get a clamp for the end of my hat and just have my phone there as well.
That's it. That's thinking.
We can share an AirPod.
Well, racing starts at 4.
Who's hosting us?
Heineken.
Sick.
We'll have a chat to Jonty, see if we can put a fucking tally up there. And then we've got dinner with the boys. They said that they just want to go somewhere and smash piss, not so much dinner. So that'll be interesting. And
I can do that.
And then we'll wrap up, and then Sunday morning, racing up for a surf. Hopefully, Parkity is going to have some waves.
You won't make it.
Possibly not. I don't have to drive. JK's driving, so sweet
nice.
as. And then we will, and then get back, and then I'm going on the boat with Mobes.
Fuck, you got a big weekend then.
Yeah, and Moon walked out of the Polo with Anna.
Yeah, I've got surf club on Sunday morning, which is going to be spicy. I might try and skip that and make Dixie take them.
You'll be up to fuck all.
And then
I can't wait to see. This is going to be one of the career fucking highlights. This is going to be 2026 highlight for me. Dunc and his Red Beach Speedos with fucking zinc on his nose, big fucking motor and a rash shirt and Legionnaires hat, just fucking surf club dad out up to his waist. Get around me, kids, fucking dolphin dive, you fucks.
I'm pretty much there already. I just haven't got the budgie smugglers across the line, eh?
Get him.
Dixie hasn't said yes.
Red Beach ones are sick.
They are.
Shit colour though, because if you have a piss, you can see your piss dribble in them.
Yeah, I'm waiting for there's a re-up of their merch coming, but I'll definitely be wearing it. And then Sunday, I got one of the boys has got invited to a birthday party, which is actually quite good because it's from another kid, so he must be going well. People must be liking him at his school if they can just get invited to birthday parties.
Take that as a win.
Yeah, and
who is it? Which one?
Frank. Well, and Heath's got a birthday party, so then while Frank goes to the birthday party, I'm going to have to fucking take Muzz for a surf or something.
Yeah.
So it's going to be
There'll be waves on the east. It'll be good.
Will there?
Yeah, a little grovel.
Sick.
It'll be fun.
Just in time to break his arm again, straight out of the cast and into the sand.
Parfait.
Great. Well, the Warriors are playing as well, like I say, 3:40 Saturday afternoon. So we'll try and watch that, and hopefully the Wars can get up. It's ours, yeah.
Doesn't count.
Smells like a ring. Premiership ring, obviously. Not a bum hole. And on that note, have a great weekend.
And up the motherfucking Wars.
Up the Wars.
You've been listening to Jay and Dunc's Not for Radio podcast. Thanks for listening. I hope to see you soon.